Welcome to the debate room. I'm your host Osama Zahid is here. Today we are discussing two of the world's most dangerous and emotional conflicts: the Russia-Ukraine war and the rising tension between Yemen and Israel. These are not just fights between two sides. These are battles affecting millions of lives, destroying cities, and creating fear around the world. Let's break down what is really happening, why it is happening, and what it could mean for all of us. Let's begin with the war between Russia and Ukraine. In Feb 2022, Russia invaded Ukraine. President Putin of Russia said he was trying to protect Russian speaking people in Ukraine and stop NATO, also stop NATO, the Western military alliance, from coming too close to Russian borders. But Ukraine and its allies says this is just an excuse. They say Russia wants to control Ukraine and does not respect its independence. What has happened so far? It's a big question. Since this invasion, thousands of people have died. Cities like Mariupol, Bakhmut, and Kharkiv have been heavily damaged. Millions of Ukrainians have left their homes. Some fled to other countries. Others are trying to survive in underground shelters. Russia has used missiles and drones. Ukraine, supported by Western countries like the US, UK, and European Union, has defended strongly. The West sent weapons, money, and aid to Ukraine, but Russia is a strong military power. This is why the war is still going on even after more than 2 years. It's a big question. Why should the world care? This war is not only about two countries, it's affecting the whole world. Gas prices, food prices, and trade have all been disturbed. Ukraine is one of the biggest exporters of wheat. Many poor countries are now struggling to get basic food supplies because of his war. Also, the use of nuclear threats by Russia has made many people fear a bigger global war. There are concerns that if NATO directly fight with Russia, the situation could go out of control. Is there a solution? Now we're talking about solution. So far, peace talks have failed. Ukraine wants its land back, including Crimea, which Russia took in 2014. Russia wants Ukraine to say neutral and not join NATO. There is no trust between the two. Until both sides agree to real dialogue, the war may continue. And remember, it's the people who suffer the most: children, women, old people. They are paying the price for the decisions made by leaders and armies. This is a very critical situation now. And now let's talk about another serious issue: the rising tension between Yemen and Israel. Now we're talking about what is happening since the war in Gaza started in October 2023. Tensions have spread across the Middle East. One of the groups that got involved in the Houthis in Yemen, they are supported by Iran and control a large part of Yemen, including the capital Sana'a. The Houthis say they are fighting in support of Palestinians in Gaza. They started attacks ships in the Red Sea, especially those linked to Israel are going towards Israeli ports. In return, the United States and UK launched airstrikes on Houthis targets inside Yemen. It's a big question right now. What is this dangerous? The Red Sea. The Red Sea is one of the world's most important shipping routes. It connects Asia to Europe. When Houthi fighter attacks ships here, global trade suffers, oil prices go up, delivery time go down, and the risk of a bigger war increases. Israel, which is already fighting Hamas in Gaza and facing threats from Hezbollah in Lebanon, now sees Yemen as another front. If Israel directly attacks Yemen, the war could spread even more across the region. What role do another countries to play on this situation very seriously? Iran supporters the Houthis also. The US supporters Israel. This creates a very dangerous situation. If even one wrong step is taken, if one ship is wrongly attacked or one missile land in wrong place, the conflict could turn into a full regional war. Also, the people of Yemen have already suffered from war for nearly 10 years. They face hunger, disease, and poverty. The last thing they need is another major war, the Israel or Western forces. Can peace be possible here? Are you asking for this? We are also talking about this. But now in this situation, can peace be possible is here? Possible is possible only if all sides stop using weapons and start using dialogue. But right now, emotions are high. The people in Gaza are suffering, and this has angered many across the Muslim world, including in Yemen. At the same time, Israel believes it must protect itself. Both sides feel they are right, but violence from both sides only brings more suffering. It's a very critical situation now. In today in debate room, we saw how the Russia-Ukraine war and the Yemen-Israel tensions are not just local issues. These are global problems with deep roots in political, in history, and in religion. But no matter what the reason is, war always brings destructions and people suffer, families break, Hamas are destroyed, and humanity losses. Let us hope that peace find a way, not just in Ukraine and Yemen, but across the world. This was Debate Room with Usama Zahid. I'm your host. Until next time, stay aware, stay informed, and stay human. Signing off.